Hello everybody, it is me, Real American Politics, here today with a new video. And this video is very well the most important video of this election cycle. As it's going to begin kind of a mini-series, I guess you could say, because a part of this video is going to continue with my New Mexico video that I'm making, that'll be out soon. And yeah, before we begin, can you guys hit that like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends. Can we try to hit 250 subs by Thursday and 1,000 before October 1st? If we can do that, I have stuff coming. So, today we gotta talk about Trump in Colorado. And the question of the day is, will Trump win Colorado? Answer is probably not. He probably has a 25 to 30, maybe 35% chance of winning it. But it's possible. And I'm going to explain why. And I'm about to explain the most important development a Republican has ever gotten in the past 50 years that could very well just destroy the Democrats' stranglehold on several states, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, etc., and could make states like Texas, Arizona, more Republican again. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is the state of Colorado. The state of Colorado went to Clinton by 4.9%. The state, surprisingly, was a bit closer than everybody expected. And the big reason is for the rural turnout that Trump got. His improvements, he surprisingly made in El Paso, flipping Pueblo County, a surprise flip, and doing better in Adams County and Larimer County. Now, speaking of Larimer County, notice the margin. Trump lost it by 4.9%. Trump lost the popular vote here by 4.9%. This is the bellwether of Colorado that I'm saying on election night you got to watch out for. This is a big, big, big county. You guys have to look at it, alright? It could very well sway the entire state. So, we gotta dissect Trump's gains he made in Colorado and the future of Colorado for Republicans. So the first thing we're talking about was Pueblo. Pueblo County was the surprise flip for a lot of people in the state of Colorado and for everybody. Because Pueblo County is a heavy, heavy, heavy Hispanic population county. It's, I believe, around 40% Hispanic or 35%, somewhere between that. And Trump flipped it. It's a county that voted for Obama by wide margins, and he flipped it. And this is where my theory I've been kind of hinting at the past couple of minutes comes into play. The working Hispanic population is starting to trend Republican. This is a big chunk of the Hispanics that are in the country, and they're slowly trending red. And Trump may accelerate that if he plays his cards correctly, and he may very well be already doing that. I developed this theory after looking at Pueblo County, looking at counties in Nevada, looking at counties in New Mexico, and I found an interesting thing. Trump is going to make a huge breakthrough with working class Hispanics, and it's going to change everything in 2024. And I'm going to explain that in my New Mexico video, which will dissect what that means, okay? But in a nutshell, Trump improved big time in Pueblo County, which was a surprise flip. He did very well in the rural part of the state. Very white part of the state. Extremely rural. Not the most people, but these margins he got were incredible. Like, he got 80%, 77%, and there's a lot of Johnson voters out here. Like, these are big numbers, and yes, the populations are small, but when you add them up, and Johnson take out the equation, a lot of them probably would have went to Trump. And you would have gotten the margin probably from 4.9%, probably 3.8%. And same thing in Larimer County, you probably get the margin to around 4.5% to around 4%. There's a lot of Johnson supporters. Now, why did this happen? Very simple. This was Trump's base. This was a massive Trump's base, part of his base. Out here. And also over here, but that's pretty much the same thing. We don't need to mention that. But there were some interesting trends Trump made that are interesting, to say the least. Adams County. This is the northern suburbs of Denver. This is where a lot of working class Hispanics are. This is a heavy working class. Like, imagine the Rust Belt, right, with a lot of the working class, union workers, etc. But imagine putting that in Adams County with Hispanics, not really union workers, but mostly working class. There's a lot of them here in Adams County. And we're going to do a deep dive into it, but in a nutshell, Trump improved his margins big time. And this was a suburb, right? This is a suburban county to a lesser extent. There's a chunk of it that's rural, but a good chunk of it's suburbs. But at the same time as he made this county swing surprisingly right a lot, he did terrible in Arapahoe County and Jefferson County. He did terrible. But not really in Jefferson County, more so in Arapahoe County. He did not do good at all. Now, Trump, I believe, will do better in suburbs. I believe he'll make suburbs trend red by a half a point to 2 points. Mostly because there's a lot of suburbanites who, by history, always vote for more of the law and order candidate. And we can talk about this later, but Trump is the law and order candidate. Don't give me this nonsense that Biden is. He is not. He had months to be a law and order candidate, but he didn't. He waited till after his poll numbers showed he was getting absolutely wiped out. But anyways, so Trump is making big gains in suburbs, but is not enough to win the state. But instead, enough where he can make, if he just plays cards right, he can flip Alamosa County, he can flip Clear Creek, he can flip Gilpin County, he can make Huffin County redder, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, redder, and try to make Pueblo County even redder, and improve at El Paso, which is Republican stronghold, which he surprisingly did better in. So yeah, the numbers point to Trump making huge gains in this part of the state, a lot of the Democrats' part of the states, and making gains in lean to tilt Republican parts like Pueblo County and Chaffee County. These are counties I think he will improve by decent enough margins. And if these hold up, I believe Trump could get the margin in Colorado to around 3 to 2.5%. The thing that's keeping Democrats afloat here is Denver. That's pretty much it. And I believe Trump will improve probably by 2 points or so in Denver. You're seeing this in a lot of the bigger cities. A lot of people are just waking up, and they're just getting sick of the current parties that run the cities, which are predominantly more Democrats. So, enough of that. I'm not going to get into that. But, yeah, you could see the state probably go Biden by probably 2.5 to 3. Now, how does this set this up for Republicans? Easy. If the Trump margin is that, around 2.5 to 3%, that would mean Trump most likely did way better in Adams County. A lot of the Hispanic working class did a lot better in Pueblo County, same thing, and kept his margins out here and just improve across the board. And if he does that, that could very well prove my theory and prove that, hey, we may have a new toss-up in 2024 and 2026. But again, it may not happen. Trump may not improve in Adams. He may do worse. And he may lose Pueblo County. Who knows? But there's a good chance Trump has to change politics forever. If he does his cards correctly, he could possibly make Colorado from a likely blue, which I currently have as a lean blue, extremely close to likely, to borderline tilt. It's very well possible if he plays the cards right, improve his margins. And yeah, and that's not unrealistic. Like, Trump alone is probably going to gain 4 points with independents. All right, a lot of the Johnson voters would have went to Trump, and they still will. Don't believe this nonsense of, they have all the 2016 voters. They're all going to Biden. When you take out the did not vote in 2016 voters, which, by the way, they're oversampling by like 20 points, Trump's winning the 2016 independent vote by a mile. So yeah, Trump in a nutshell can improve big time, and I think he will. And people are sleeping on it. And I'm telling everybody this: watch for Larimer County and watch for Adams County. Those are the 2 counties I'm saying everybody watch, and lesser extent Pueblo. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to make this video on Colorado because it was kind of an interest topic to say the least. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, hit the like button down below and share and subscribe. Okay, thanks. Bye.